And so in this part two, the idea is we talk about what's going on in your life currently and in more recent years, anything you might want to raise awareness of for people listening, anything help you might need or messages to put out. And so my first point there is to ask you, you mentioned being vice chair of, is it Churches Together in Gosport?
Yes, yes, that's much later life. I think we left it when I was 15 when I became a Christian, so there's a lot in gaps in between. But sure, I am vice chair of Churches Together here in Gosport. Great job, and I mentor ex-offenders as well. So put the two together, and I'm quite busy.
Perfect. So tell us about Churches Together in Gosport then.
Well, it's an umbrella organisation of all the churches here who pay a fee once a year, and we do events together. The church, you could say, was divided by denominations. We believe 95% of the theology, the birth, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, but we argue about the 5%, and it's all a bit sad. When you think of it, your daily newspaper, we all select a different newspaper, don't we, which we feel happy with. And I guess that's the same in the church world here in Gosport, as it used to be called.
So it brings together churches or Christian places of worship.
Yes.
Yeah, but of any denomination. So you've got the Baptists, the Reform,
You are
the Church of England, the Catholic Church as well, right?
Yes.
So they're all part of this
Yes.
organisation.
Yeah.
That's lovely that they can work together on that.
It
And you
is.
mentioned events. What kind of events do you do?
Well, we've had major events. In the biggest church in Gosport, seating wise, is St Mary's Elverstoke, 340 seats. And there's a very well-known Christian musician called Graham Kendrick, who's been composing music all his life, very big on the Christian music scene. So yes, he came to St Mary's and gave a concert. Every seat was full, down to our monthly prayer meetings, which is in a different church each month. And you don't get those sort of numbers, but we consider that's the power, meeting to pray once a month.
How did you get involved?
It was after COVID, and everything stopped for COVID, didn't it? And I was asked to either close it down because we'd been through a pretty tough time, or breathe new life into it.
So it was an existing organisation, but then you got involved post-COVID.
Correct.
Kind of breathing new life into it. What's it going to be now, kind of thing.
It's
Cool.
a national organisation that churches together in every town, city,
Oh,
and
okay.
country. It's not local.
So it's like so it's a national idea, but it's up to each area
Yes.
how they do it. And to
Yeah, I'm
get
sure it's
people
different.
involved. Okay, so what's the story with that then? How's it been?
Well, we came out of COVID. I think the first meeting was about 3 people, and people cooperated. People do want to cooperate. We say we're a part of a Christian church family. The trouble is we don't know family members in a church half a mile away. So there's a number of events that are put on to bring people together.
Okay, cool. And has there been any kind of big challenges with it you might want to highlight?
Not really. I mean, it's every church does its own thing, and then Churches Together probably does 3 or 4 events during the course of the year.
Okay.
There was a big march down the high street for Good Friday and a service in the Ferry Gardens. Fortunately, the United Reformed Church own a very lovely gardens off Spring Garden Lane for barbecues, and it's not all Bible reading and prayer. That we know how to let our hair down as well. Social events, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, so if there were people interested in getting involved in the Gosport Churches Together organisation, what would you say to them?
Well, it's always difficult, isn't it, the first time to walk in anywhere for the first time. Some churches are vast, others are much smaller and friendlier. It's always good wherever you're going to have someone to take you with you just that first day to step over the doorstep, really. So, yes, I mean, the churches together are becoming really modern. We actually got a Facebook page now. I mean, goodness me.
So is that what you're saying in response to my question? Find the Facebook page?
Yes, that's easy.
Okay. What other options are there? As you say, it's about making a connection, finding someone to walk in with that first time. How would I go about that if I was interested?
Well, all the churches have phone numbers. Not all of them, most of the bigger churches have admin offices which tend to open in the mornings. If your nearest church is the C of E in Elson, just tap in C of E Elson, or actually go and knock the door.
So you're saying the way into the Gosport churches, the churches together in Gosport, is via whatever church you want to,
Yes.
you might want to join,
Yes.
and then that's the way to kind of join in.